Reading this morning from Matthew. No one knows the day or the hour, not even angels in heaven, not even the Son, only for the Father. As it was in the days of Noah, so it will be coming at the Son of Man, and giving in marriage up to the day Noah entered the ark. And they know nothing about what would happen until the flood came and took them all away. That is how it will be, the coming of the Son of Man. 2 men will be in the field, and one will be taken, the other left. 2 women grinding with a handmill, one taken, one left. Therefore keep watch. You do not know what day your Lord will come. But know this, if the owner of the house had known at what time the thief might come, he would have kept watch and would not have let his house be broken into. So you must be ready, because the Son of Man will come at an hour you do not expect him. The word from the Lord in the house of the Lord. It's a crazy season, Advent. They've been playing Christmas music since before Christmas, or before Thanksgiving. Channel 71 on your Sirius radio is Christmas classics. Nancy loved Christmas music, and as soon as it came on, there it plays. I get in the car, and there it is. We don't know the hour of the end, and what a blessing it is that we are mysterious in that part of our life. Tomorrow morning, I'm looking forward to playing golf. Even if it's cold, I'm going to play golf, right? It's going to be cold, but that don't hurt my game. It's iced up now. I plan things. I've already got the whole week planned. I've got things to do almost every day. Boy, am I an optimist. I'm an optimist because I don't know that I have Thursday, even Wednesday. I'm pretty sure about tomorrow. You know the difference between an optimist and a pessimist? You know, if the glass is half empty, pessimist, right? Half full, optimist. And you know what an engineer would say? Wrong size glass. Do you know what a realist would say? I got to wash the damn thing. Jesus said, be ready. We don't know when it's coming. If we knew, we would prepare ourselves. We would prepare ourselves in so many ways that we would hate every minute of it. Do you realize what a gift, what a wonderful gift the mystery of life is? We know the beginnings. We know the creative moment. We know the trimesters, and we know the natal moment. But we don't know the end. Yeah, theoretically, when we're born, we've begun to die because that's what comes next. But if we knew, I remember many years ago, we still lived in Michigan at the time, but there was a court case in Michigan where a father and son were suing the insurance company because the father had been given 6 months to live, and so they bought a really expensive car and included the death benefit in the contract. And then he didn't die. And he was so angry he sued because he didn't. I mean, there's a little bit of warped stuff going on there, right? We prepare for things that don't happen. We worry so much that 90% of what we worry about never happens. And 5% of what we worry about, we can't do anything about anyway. And the problem is we can't identify that 5% we can. So it's always a mystery of what we're going to find out. Jesus said, nobody knows, not even me. Jesus said, you have to be ready all the time. You have to prepare yourself all the time. And he asks us to do it every day each and every day. Paul wrote the letter and said, don't get yourself caught up in debauchery. Don't do orgies and don't do anything. No, not, I shouldn't say that. Don't do anything fun. No. One of the things that religions do to us is they make us afraid of things. You know, there was a time when the Methodists didn't dance. They never got caught in the liquor store together. They weren't a very friendly people. At one time, you had to buy your seat in church. Now it's in the book. You can't do that. We cannot reserve a seat for you. That's why you've got to come early every Sunday. If you want that particular seat, you better be here early, because if somebody gets there first. They've recently elected and assigned a new bishop to our conference, Bishop Rapinut. Right? Did I say that right? Rapinut or Rapinu? He's a Filipino. He grew up in the church in the Philippines and served in the Alaska Conference and the Washington Conference, and he's had a long history with church work, and we look forward to being with him. We're going to teach him how to be a bishop because he's brand new. We'll learn him a thing or two. I have a book at home in my library that says How to Become a Bishop Without Getting Religion, which I will loan to him. But the evolution of our church, the evolution of our own beliefs, is such a strange thing. We don't know exactly when it started and got to a fruition where the belief began to control us a little, or a lot for some of us. We're not sure exactly the moment that God took over in our lives, whether it's past or going to be, or whether it's right now. It isn't like being born. You can't assign a time to that moment when Christ first touches your heart. But it cannot touch a closed heart. You must care. You must care for those around you. You must prepare yourself to accept that something's going to happen. Everybody will be different tomorrow than you are today. You'll be at least one day older. You remember things from, we had a high school, can't remember what we called them now. Assembly, there we go. Where we could do this because we were a small high school, put us all in the gym, and the guy came to make a speech, and he got one of the teachers up and said to her, I will tell you exactly how many birthdays you've had and what you weigh to the pound. And he said, if I do it, you give me $1. If I don't do it, I give you $1. Now she was, I'm thinking of a word here. She was healthy. And he said, first of all, you weigh 16 ounces of the pound and you've had one birthday, all the rest of them have been anniversaries. Give me $1. We brag about the birthdays we've had, and we had one. And even us people who tend to be a little overweight only weigh 16 ounces to the pound. So we're okay. We're okay. Simple things need to be part of our life. I've lived with my kids for the last several weeks. And the electronics fly around the house. And I ask a question, and here's the answer. And I'm totally lost now because they're not there. Because we have to be simple in order to let Christ be real. You can't pull him up on Google. Doesn't have a Wikipedia page. doesn't even have to do Twitter. But he touches our hearts in so many ways, in so many days, that we just have to be ready. And that's what Christ was telling the people around him. You don't know when the moment is that he will come to you. You don't know when the moment is that you will go to him. But we need to be ready whenever that moment is. The optimist says the glass is half full. The pessimist says it's half empty. And the realist says, I have to wash it. And that will continue. We will have people who think everything is wonderful. We'll have people who think that everything is terrible. We've had a government in this country that's been tearing itself apart for years and years, and it's still alive. We have people who do terrible things to themselves, and they still have an opportunity, still have a reasonable chance to change and become one with Christ. If we prepare our hearts, he will become part of us. When we prepare our hearts, we become part of him. No day is over forever, because Christ is forever. And he has promised our life forever. Don't worry about when the thief will come. Worry about, rejoice in the fact that Christ is here. Christ is alive. And we have a story to tell to the nations, so let's stand and sing it. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. May you know the peace of trusting him with tomorrow. Go in his peace. Amen.